Oh, this must be Myalos' dream.
I don't see them anywhere, and I don't remember this room in the ancient ruins.
Is that a dragon? Myalos, are you here?
Be careful, Dekia. We don't know what tricks Thalos might have planned for us.
Let's try pressing some buttons.
And then we were face to face with 8 sheep. And what looked like a very cute and silly and absurd DragonFable fight actually turned out to be extremely difficult. Because this fight is 8 against 2. And although these sheep may not look like much and have not a lot of HP, they have a lot of avoidance, so each hit we try to land on them usually has a 50-50 chance of actually hitting properly. Also, they hit pretty hard and there's strength in numbers. Also, Uaanta has very little HP relatively to us and also has no energy resistance. All these sheep attack with the energy element. Uaanta does have a skill which also increases her avoidance as well as the avoidance of Dekia, which effectively also means that about half the hits directed at her will miss. However, the sheep can attempt to hit Uaanta and Dekia 8 times every turn, while we won't even be able to manage half of that usually. And when I say this is difficult, I'm not exaggerating. I've spent a lot of time on this fight. I have attempted to beat these sheep for weeks. Now, of course, this fight would become pretty easy if we were to take our dragon Bakuya with us. However, that does not make any canonical sense, because Bakuya is not dreaming. He's not in the dream with us, so he shouldn't be here. So that feels wrong to have him here with us now. It would also be very easy to win the fights if we use just a lot of food items. But it also feels like a cop-out, especially to resort to something like that when fighting 8 freaking sheep. So, it does mean, however, that we need to win a lot of coin flips. The sheep need to miss when they attack. And we need to win those coin flips, especially when it comes to hits directed at Uaanta. And we need to win a lot of coin flips when we try to hit the sheep. Now, out of all the attempts I've made, I want to show you the one in which I got luckiest. So here we begin by defending. Because defense skills are extremely valuable when you're fighting 8 opponents simultaneously. We want them to attack Dekia, not Uaanta, because Dekia has a much better shield. But if they... So that's one coin flip we need to win. And also we want them to, if they attack Uaanta, to miss, which is another coin flip. And in this first scenario, it goes very well. Only one hit lands on the Uaanta and the rest misses. We then use our best skill we have in this fight, which is the multi-strike attack, which attacks all enemies, which in this case fires off 8 attacks, a lot of which don't land sadly, but that's alright. Then Uaanta can also fire off 2 hits, one of them hits, which is great because it also has a 1-turn stun effect. And then the sheep are attacking again, and yet no single hit is able to land. We get incredibly lucky again. Then we use our second best skill we have for this fight, which is the skill which increases our bonus to hit and our crit. So we can definitely hit them with that skill and do massive damage. And in combination with getting lucky with Uaanta hitting them, we are able to take down our first sheep. Then the sheep are coming in again, and Uaanta is just being an absolute ninja, not being hit at all. Well, barely. And then it's time to identify the weakest link in the chain of sheep. We've spotted it, and then we try to hit it with our skill that lets us hit 4 times. We at least need to get about 1 or 2 hits in. It looks like it isn't going to work, but then the last one hits and there's a huge crit. So again, by getting very lucky, we take down our second sheep. Uaanta tries to be greedy and take down a third, but it doesn't go entirely to plan. However, Uaanta's ninja skills have not decreased at all. The sheep, I've gotten wise, and all of them target her, but none of them hit, which is just incredible. And then our multi-strike attack has cooled down, so we can use that again. We hit about half of them, which is alright, I guess. Sadly, it does not take down the sheep that is so close to death. So Uaanta is greedy again and thinks that with firing off 3 hits, one of them should be able to land and finish off that freaking sheep. However, here's where we get unlucky and none of them hit. which sadly means Uaanta is going down because of this. Where we should have healed, but we got greedy. We thought we were being very lucky, and we were. But even Uaanta can't hold out for long now anymore, and the damage over time effect is going to kill her. We tried to fire off 2 hits to take down that freaking sheep. One of them, the first one, luckily hits. And then it's only Bakuya versus 5 sheep now. Now the fight does get exponentially easier with each sheep that goes down, but it's a huge help to have Uaanta there to act as a decoy for the sheep, and now we've lost that. And now all 5 sheep are targeting us, Bakuya, so we need to fire up another shield. This minimizes damage hugely, but it's only very temporary, and it does not decrease the damage over time effect. So we are hurting quite a bit right now. No sheep are really close to death as well. So I was debating whether to heal or to attack. Now I decided not to take the chance and to heal. The sheep still do minimal damage, but that will increase the next time they have the chance to attack. And after that, they'll be at full strength again. So we need to get lucky and we need to take them down. So we're going to attempt to hit all of them. But we get unlucky and only 1 hit connects properly. The barrage of lightning attacks of the energetic sheep comes in again. And they are barely able to outdamage our heal, but our earth shield is fading. So we drink a potion here, but it does not do enough. So we fire up our own darkness shield, that way they won't be able to hit us, but it only lasts for 2 turns. Now we really need to get lucky with our multi-strike attack. And we sort of do, 3 out of 5 connect, but it's not enough. And the sheep that were close to death are able to avoid it. Now we've depleted all of our shields and are completely open to their attacks, and there's no way in hell we're going to take these 5 sheep down in the about 2 turns we have left. We desperately try to kill one, and we do. Half of the sheep have gone down, but in this state, with our current HP, we are not able to hold out. We desperately try to drink another potion, seeing if we can out-heal their damage yet, but without any defenses and with still 4 sheep left, we aren't. And the battle is over. We desperately try to get extremely lucky by hitting all of them with a crit. And one of them goes down, however, the 3 others are starting to munch on our corpses. So, that wasn't extremely successful, even though we got so very lucky. So then I decided to try and seriously build energy resistance. Because the all attack with the element energy, we can safely build resistance against that specific element. However, we are still about level 50, so what we will be able to do will have its limits. But eventually we were able to gather an energy resistance of a total of 54. Meaning that 54% of all incoming damage will be reduced always. And I'll show you our best attempt using this build. So here we are with a weapon that is a staff, which does water damage, which the sheep are a little bit weak to, but more importantly has a lot of energy resistance. And we've distributed our stats such that our HP and damage are as high as possible. So, contrary to our last attempt that I showed, we are not defending first, but we're going to count on luck and fire off our multi-strike attack the first chance we get. And I usually just reset this fight if that does not go well. So anyway, it does go well. Uaanta increases her and our defense, and we just have to hope that we get lucky by having them mainly attack Bakuya and also missing. We get reasonably lucky in this. Sadly, the one sheep that's able to hit Uaanta gets off a massive crit. However, we push on, we identify a sheep that is weak but not too weak, so that we don't waste a single damage point from our Dragon Eye strike. We do a lot of damage, but the sheep still has 1 HP left. However, it will be taken down the next time we are able to use our multi-strike attack, because even if it does not land, the glancing blow still does a few points of damage, which will take down that sheep. So we use Uaanta's skill to take down the weakest sheep, in which we are successful. So now it's Bakuya and Uaanta versus 7 energetic sheep. It's their turn to attack again, and they are taking down Uaanta. It's Bakuya versus 7 sheep, and he chooses to defend. Since Uaanta is down now anyway, so we no longer need to prioritize our damage output, we need to prioritize our survival. Of course, the sheep then all miss, and then we use our Dragon Breath multi-strike attack once again. A great amount of strikes connects, and it takes down that one sheep that's still at 1 HP left. The sheep then again miss, of course, but it's also the end of our darkness shield. So with our darkness shield gone and the rest of our damage output skills not yet ready, we heal and we raise our earth shield. Half of our HP is now gone, and we fire off another attack to hit all enemies. We get reasonably lucky with the hits connecting, but we get very lucky with the crit against one of the sheep, which immediately takes it down, since it already had not much HP left. And now it's Bakuya versus 5 sheep at half health. We identify the weakest sheep, and we try to hit it with our attack that fires off 4 hits, about 2 of which probably need to connect. And the first 2 immediately connect properly, which is incredibly lucky, and now it's Bakuya versus all 4 sheep on the right side. Our earth shield is still mitigating all of the damage, and since none of our attacks that do multiple hits is ready yet, we took a health potion. And since there's only 4 sheep left, we are able to out-heal them in combination with our earth shield. Now we try to take down yet another sheep, which has not much health left, with our Dragon Eye skill, and we are successful. And now it's Bakuya versus 3 sheep, while we are not at the brink of death yet. We try to hit them all, but we are a little bit unlucky. Our HP is getting a bit low now. But our darkness shield is ready, which gives us a bit of breathing room, and the sheep are hurting as well. So then, waiting for our damage output skills to cool down, we took our final health potion. Our darkness shield is worn out, and we try to hit them again. However, we are not greatly successful in this. That being said though, 1 sheep is now nearing death. Our best damage output skill at the moment is one that does 2 hits, which is not a lot, but only 1 needs to connect properly. The first one doesn't, but the second one does. And now it's Bakuya, who is nearing death, versus 2 sheep who are also relatively near death. And this is where our energy resistance greatly helps us, because they are not able to kill us quickly enough probably. So we can now focus on attacking still and fire off a triple strike. At least 2 hits will need to connect properly to take down this sheep, but we get incredibly lucky and all 3 hits connect. And now it's Bakuya nearing death versus the last energetic sheep. And because our HP is very low, we have access to the Dragon Heart skill, which fires off a great many hits. And even if we don't take it down, this lone sheep won't be able to kill us on its next turn. We do a fair bit of damage, but don't take it down, but we are still confidently clinging to life, and our skill that never misses is ready now, which we use to hit the sheep and win the fight. My god! At level 51, without a dragon or food items. And the story continues.
Memories. Such fleeting memories.
By the makers! You did it, Bakuya. Well, you did something at least.
I was a hero. And I am once more.
Myalos, can you hear us? Are you awake?
Bakuya, Uaanta. Was that a dream?
I didn't see anything except the sheep. That was really weird.
I think it was. Where was that?
I am sorry. I do not remember beyond what we experienced together, but I feel a profound sadness.
How do we get you here with us, Myalos? Where are you?
I am here.
Is there any way we can make you not just a voice?
I do not envision myself as belonging to a physical form. I do not require one. But I can see and think and dream, apparently.
And Myalos has trapped us all in a dream. We're trying to stop him, and fight Notha too. Is there anything you can do to help us?
A shared dream. Yes, I believe I can help guide you.
Well done, protagonist.
Lock and key!
About time they showed up. More disembodied voices.
It has taken much of our power to guide you this far.
The further you surface, the more barriers you cross, the more difficult it is to maintain our thread.
Myalos will assist us.
I understand. Yes, I can see the path to Notha.
We will remain anchored as you progress to meet Renthalis.
Let nothing stop you.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Nothing has, and nothing will.
Indeed, we're heroes after all.